Have you ever stopped to think about how something as personal and natural as masturbation might change in its effects after you cross the age of 70? What if the habits you've carried for decades are actually doing silent damage to your health, energy, and well-being without you even realizing it? In this video, we're uncovering the 5 most common masturbation mistakes that many older men make, mistakes that doctors warn could be quietly undermining physical health, emotional balance, and even longevity. This isn't about shame or fear. It's about understanding your changing body and learning how to care for it with wisdom and respect. If you're ready to protect your vitality and reclaim your confidence, keep watching. And before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a vital health tip designed just for you. Mistake 1: ignoring your body's new limits. As men enter their 70s and beyond, their bodies go through subtle but profound changes that affect how they should approach self-pleasure. What worked for you in your 30s or 40s, quick, vigorous, and intense, may now place unnecessary strain on your heart, nervous system, muscles, and even your prostate. Physiologically, aging impacts multiple systems simultaneously. Your cardiovascular system becomes less resilient. Arteries stiffen, blood pressure can rise, and the heart needs more care. The nervous system's sensitivity shifts, changing how your body processes touch and pleasure. Muscles, including those in your pelvic floor, lose elasticity and strength, which can cause fatigue or discomfort when overexerted. And the prostate, a small but vital gland, naturally enlarges and becomes more vulnerable to irritation. Many older men unknowingly continue masturbation with the same intensity and speed they used decades ago, unaware of the toll it takes. Vigorous or rushed self-pleasure can lead to short-term symptoms like dizziness, rapid heartbeat, muscle cramps, or pelvic pain. While these might seem minor, repeated stress on the cardiovascular system, especially if you have conditions like high blood pressure, heart disease, or diabetes, can contribute to serious health risks over time. Consider the pelvic floor muscles, which play a crucial role during climax. These muscles contract strongly and repeatedly. Overuse or strain in older men can cause tightness and fatigue, leading to urinary problems such as urgency, incontinence, or discomfort in the groin area. This aspect is often overlooked but has significant impacts on daily quality of life. Doctors emphasize that masturbation should be a mindful, gentle experience rather than a test of endurance or strength. It's about connection, not conquest. Slow down your rhythm. Use a lighter touch and create a calm environment that allows your body to relax and fully enjoy sensation. Simple practices like deep breathing during stimulation, maintaining good posture, and taking breaks when needed can protect your body while enhancing pleasure. Listening to your body's signals and adjusting accordingly isn't weakness. It's a powerful act of self-respect and wisdom. You might find that by honoring these new limits, you actually experience deeper sensitivity, greater satisfaction, and less physical discomfort than ever before. Slowing down opens the door to rediscovering pleasure in a way that fits your body today, not how it was decades ago. Have you noticed any physical signs or discomfort when you masturbate? How have you adjusted your approach as your body changed? Share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Your experiences can help others embrace a healthier, more joyful connection with themselves. Mistake 2: overstimulating the brain with pornography. In today's digital age, pornography is more accessible and visually intense than ever before. While it may seem like a harmless way to stimulate arousal, especially in moments of loneliness or boredom, for men over 70, this habit can quietly alter how your brain responds to pleasure, intimacy, and emotional connection. The brain's reward system relies heavily on dopamine, a neurotransmitter responsible for feelings of pleasure, motivation, and reward. When you repeatedly expose your brain to highly stimulating, fast-paced pornographic content, dopamine levels spike rapidly. Over time, the brain adapts by requiring even more intense stimulation to achieve the same feelings of satisfaction, a process called dopamine desensitization. For younger men, the brain is often flexible enough to recover from these cycles. But for older men, natural declines in hormone levels and brain plasticity make this desensitization more impactful and harder to reverse. The result, real-life intimacy, meaningful touch, and even casual emotional interactions may start to feel dull, flat, or unfulfilling. I've spoken with several older patients who admitted feeling disconnected from their partners or losing interest in physical intimacy, only to discover that their heavy reliance on pornography was contributing to this emotional numbness. Some reported increased anxiety, irritability, and difficulty concentrating, symptoms linked to overstimulation and emotional fatigue. This overstimulation doesn't just affect pleasure, it interferes with memory, focus, and mood regulation, all vital for healthy aging. Worse, it can create a cycle where pornography becomes a coping mechanism for loneliness or sadness, deepening emotional isolation instead of alleviating it. Health experts suggest replacing high-intensity visual content with gentler alternatives such as erotic literature, softer imagery, or simply engaging your imagination. This shift reduces dopamine overload and encourages a more balanced, fulfilling connection with your own desires and emotions. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate pleasure, but to reclaim it in a way that supports your overall mental and emotional health. Pornography designed for younger audiences rarely reflects the realities or desires of older men, which can create unrealistic expectations and feelings of inadequacy. Have you noticed changes in your emotional connection or interest in intimacy related to pornography use? How do you balance digital stimulation with real-life closeness? Share your insights or questions below. Your honesty could encourage others to find healthier paths to pleasure and connection. Mistake 3. Neglecting prostate health. During masturbation, as men enter their 70s and beyond, the prostate, a small but crucial gland, requires more attention and care than ever before. While younger men might not give it much thought, the prostate plays a vital role in reproductive and urinary health, and neglecting it can lead to discomfort and long-term issues. One natural change is benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, where the prostate enlarges with age. This enlargement can press on the bladder and urethra, causing symptoms like frequent urination, urgency, or interrupted sleep due to nighttime bathroom trips. Many older men continue masturbation without adjusting for these changes, using too much pressure, rushing the process, or delaying ejaculation repeatedly can irritate the prostate and pelvic area. Over time, this can cause chronic pelvic pain, inflammation, and even complicate the early detection of serious prostate conditions. Some men mistakenly believe that holding in ejaculation or forcing it will improve stamina or performance. In reality, this creates tension in the pelvic floor muscles and surrounding nerves, adding strain to an already sensitive region. The outcome isn't enhanced performance, but discomfort and longer recovery periods. I remember a patient, Mr. Graham, who experienced pelvic discomfort and urinary difficulties for months before realizing his vigorous masturbation habits were contributing. After adapting his approach to be gentler, slower, and more mindful, his symptoms gradually improved. Health professionals recommend that masturbation in older age should prioritize gentle touch, sufficient arousal, and complete release without forcing or rushing. More importantly, any persistent pelvic pain, blood in fluids, or urinary changes should prompt immediate medical consultation. Protecting your prostate means respecting it. Masturbation can support prostate health by encouraging blood flow and clearing old fluids, but only when practiced with awareness and care. Have you noticed any prostate-related discomfort during or after masturbation? How have you adapted your habits? Feel free to share or ask questions in the comments below. Your openness could help others approach this delicate issue with confidence and knowledge. Mistake 4. Using masturbation to cope with loneliness or stress. Instead of connection, in the later stages of life, emotional well-being becomes just as important as physical health. For many men over 70, especially those who live alone or have lost a partner, masturbation can evolve from a natural act of pleasure to a coping mechanism for loneliness, stress, or grief. While seeking comfort in your own body is perfectly natural, it's essential to recognize when this behavior becomes less about joy and more about escape. When masturbation turns into a way to avoid difficult emotions, it often loses its restorative power and can lead to emotional numbness or detachment. Some men find that after such episodes, instead of feeling relief, they experience increased feelings of isolation or sadness. This pattern can create a cycle where physical release temporarily masks deeper emotional pain, but ultimately leaves those feelings unresolved and even intensified. For example, Mr. Stevens, a 74-year-old widower, shared how he initially used masturbation to fill the silence and loneliness after his wife passed away. Over time, he noticed it felt more like a habit than a source of comfort, and he felt increasingly disconnected from real human contact. Mental health professionals emphasize that while masturbation is a healthy form of self-care, it should complement, not replace, genuine emotional connection. Activities such as socializing, pursuing hobbies, or talking with friends and family are vital for emotional health. If you find yourself relying on masturbation primarily to soothe feelings of loneliness or stress, it might be time to explore other ways to nurture your emotional well-being. Remember, pleasure should be a part of life's fullness, not a substitute for meaningful connection. Have you experienced this shift in your relationship with masturbation? How do you balance physical comfort with emotional connection? Share your experiences or questions in the comments below. Your voice could help others recognize and navigate this important distinction. Mistake 5. Ignoring erectile dysfunction and performance anxiety. As men age, changes in sexual function become common and natural. Many men over 70 notice that erections may be less firm, take longer to achieve, or don't last as long. While these changes are normal, the way they are perceived and handled can make a significant difference in overall well-being. A common mistake is to use masturbation as a performance test, focusing heavily on whether an erection can be achieved or maintained. This mindset often creates anxiety and pressure, turning what should be a pleasurable and relaxing experience into a source of stress. Performance anxiety triggers the release of cortisol, the stress hormone which works against sexual arousal and relaxation. The more worried you become, the harder it is for your body to respond naturally, creating a vicious cycle of frustration and disappointment. I recall Mr. Bennett, a 73-year-old man, who confessed that his masturbation sessions often felt like exams. This pressure not only diminished his pleasure, but also led to sleepless nights and low mood. After reframing masturbation as an act of self-care focusing on comfort and connection, Rather than performance, he experienced greater ease and enjoyment. It's important to remember that sexual function is not a measure of masculinity or worth. Aging bodies adapt, and sexual pleasure can still be rich and satisfying without meeting unrealistic expectations. If you experience persistent erectile difficulties, changes in ejaculation, or other concerns, seeking medical advice is a sign of strength, not weakness. Many treatments and supports exist to help men maintain sexual health and confidence. Have you dealt with performance anxiety or sexual function changes? How do you approach masturbation and intimacy with kindness toward your body? Share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Your openness can empower others to seek support and enjoy their bodies fully. As we journey through the years, it's easy to believe that certain parts of ourselves, our vitality, passion, and connection are meant to fade away. But the truth is, they don't disappear. They transform, inviting us to embrace them with new awareness and gentle care. Today's conversation wasn't just about masturbation or physical habits. It was about honoring your body, respecting your changing needs, and reclaiming joy and comfort in ways that fit who you are now. It's a reminder that intimacy, however it looks, remains a vital thread in the fabric of your well-being. Take a moment to reflect on what this means for you. Maybe it's the encouragement to slow down, listen more deeply to your body, or open new conversations with yourself or those you trust. Every step toward mindful self-care is a step toward greater peace and fulfillment. If this video resonated with you, I invite you to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Your story might be the light someone else needs right now. And if you'd like to continue exploring gentle, empowering guidance, crafted especially for your journey, consider subscribing and tapping the notification bell. Together, we can build a community rooted in respect, understanding, and shared growth. Thank you for watching and being part of this journey. Remember, you deserve to feel whole, vibrant, and connected every single day.